Rushes held up, and then Core Concept and Jolton Joe. She's bulletproof, moves up around the outside and went for home. She's bulletproof. The odds-on favourites clear, 3 or 4 lengths in front of Wallet. Then came out wider Jolton Joe.
We're here at the Ascot Vale. We've had a owners function, and it's been a enjoyable afternoon with owners in Marshall Music who race this tonight in race 2, but also a bunch of Mailbag Bloodstock owners, and also some good owners who have taken up the fillies pack, which is predominantly dominated by Lindsay Park, and I've got Grace Ramage's better half here, Benny Hayes, who first time having a beer with, parading outstanding, good value. You've lived up to the hype.
I feel a bit overdressed here, you know, going to the races.
I thought about wearing a suit, but the suit would be a big call on the train from Seaford. You sort of get on and everyone go, what's this guy doing? Get a chance to get enrolled, and I'm not in fighting shape. So I decided to just sort of go cash. Let's talk about our fillies. We've got the Hanseatic that belted up the hill Tuesday, back to back. Thoughts on her and where she at and how she going, and for a cheapish horse, I think she's doing a pretty good job.
She has. She's done a great job. So she's gone through what we call our orientation, and she's actually done a really nice job. She's been natural. She's just improved every time we've asked her. And her last gallop, which you'll see, she was great. She was too good for her work partner. She won by 3 lengths, and to me, she did it naturally, which I like. That means there's lots more improvement to come. She's just come towards the end of her prep now, so we're going to give her a short break, but she's still got more developing to go. We had a really good Hanseatic jump out today at Flemington, who might be running in the banner. So I think Hanseatic, they're looking nice and early, and she, I think, needs a little bit more time now, but she could be an early runner for us. Probably after Christmas. But from what we've seen, we're very happy and really looking forward to the next prep.
The Alabama was a good value purchase in my opinion. 120k, the English Premier. He's a stallion that's like stamped it. He's kicking goals. He's going great. We bought him off you long. You guys are putting through his paces. Putting her through her paces. She's about to come back in for her second prep. She's had her orientation prep. That's done and that's dusted.
Yeah. So we're going to have a holiday now, but the orientation was really good. Again, a very similar stage to our other horse, and this one is a really nice natural horse. In its work, getting it a little bit wrong, but doing it well, which I really like. She's just a natural horse, and she's still learning. Her legs are going everywhere, but those kind of horses improve so much. And when she comes in next prep, I'm expecting her to really grow, fill out, and improve again. So again, both of those 2 fillies especially, they did the orientations perfect. Couldn't be happier with them, and they just got so much more improvement to come, which is great, and that's all we need.
The third and the final filly is a Maurice filly we purchased, Adelaide Magic's 120k filly off Arrowfield, or whatever. You know how they do that weird shit at sales. She's from Arrowfield by Maurice, out of the closer that Kieran trained at Modern One or placed as a 2-year-old in a good race. Kevin Heffernan, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I've had a few proffies. JD was very, very excited about the Maurice early, just on type.
Yes.
She has had her orientation. I think she's had a week under saddle again now for her first prep.
So we're a little bit more forward with this one. This one's in for its first prep.
Which is interesting because you think she'd be the latest, or she'd be the slowest to get to the races.
Yeah, I just think the way it's worked in when we came in, the orientation was great. This one's already had its nice break. It's come back in. We're very early days, so we're just cantering at the moment, but she looks to have developed and learnt a lot. Probably the next month to 6 weeks, we'll get a really good idea. But what we liked about her first orientation, she did everything correct, and we're very happy. It's very early days with all 3. It's it's pre-Christmas, all still young and developing, but all 3 of them are definitely doing everything correct, and we couldn't fault them at this stage. And for us trainers, Will, JD and I, we're not going to go, oh, we're worried. We're going, yes, there's so much improvement. We're very happy with them, and but all 3 are very exciting.
And you picked up a Churchill gelding, which has got Justin McInerney, the crust, the Juzz. The worst NFL punter I've ever seen in my adult life. But my favourite swan just about. He's in the horse. Butch Bourne took it off another trainer, took it off him, and then he decided to hang up the boots, which we're going to talk about Butch in a little second. But how's the Churchill going? You've got him, and he is in the preparation.
Yes, Butch has done a great job. He arrived to us in great order. So really happy.
The years of tolerance is starting to pay off.
Oh, they are. No, Butch is he's done a very good job. We love him. He looks like he's done a lot right. We haven't had him long, but from what we've seen, Butch has done a great job, and he looks a very progressive horse going forward. I think he'll be better with a bit more time, and he'll be a really nice horse, probably the back end of his 2-year-old season.
Beauty. And as far as some of our owners go today, would have been some of the highlights and the low light, like Charlie, where does he sit? He's a lot.
Nah, they've all been good.
Oh, they've all been good.
I've enjoyed the ball. They're classic good punters. They don't bag you when you give them a bad tip.
If I set myself one goal today, it was to get something negative out of it. Like, hang shit on someone for us.
Oh, fuck. You can put me under the pump. They're all good blokes. They're all good blokes.
We've had a good day, and we'll head to the races now, and we'll rip and tear and pray to God. Zeus, Allah, Bilbo Baggins, that Martial music gets the job done.
It's Friday night. We've just had the couple of cheeky ones at the Ascot Vale Hotel. Gavin hasn't. Gavin's been doing his job, which is to be Jesus, Group 1 Gav, and he does it very well. And we arrived now in Moonee Valley after a short walk down. A disgraceful line to get in the owners section. We might deal with that later. But Martial music lines up race 2. Gav, normally we would just have a little bit of a chit chat about tactics, but we've got Blake Shin on tonight, and we've got a horse that goes forward, so there's not a lot to talk about, is there?
No, he's pretty one-dimensional. I don't know if he'll lead. The horse, Davenig's is pretty fast. It's drawn 3, but if we don't lead, we'll be outside lead, and just have to ride him where he's comfortable. Don't fight him, don't push, don't pull, and he'll naturally put himself there. So
that scratching helps us.
Yeah, I could say.
Grass,
it'll draw
another bit of speed.
Yeah, I didn't think it could be competitive in the race, though.
Yep. Outside of that, what's going on?
No, Fridays are a busy day.
How happy are you to see me? Like, do you get excited when you see me, or just disappointed and stressed?
I get upset when you ring me while I'm saddling up, but other than that.
But again, we go back to the entry point that they slowed me down 10 minutes. If I was 10 minutes earlier, I just got away with it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So we blame Moonee Valley for that. Weekend ahead, what do you got? What do you like? Mornington Glory in tomorrow.
Yeah, only Mornington Glory. Unfortunately, Kingswood had to scratch him. His blood picture just wasn't quite 100% this afternoon, so we'll reserve him for the 5 Diamonds in 2 weeks.
That'd be pretty disappointing.
Oh, very, but there's no point in taking bloods if you don't listen to the blood and follow your vet's advice. And look, it was probably very, very minor, but he's been going great, that horse, and he was very short in the market, and I was probably on a hiding than unrunning him, so I erred on the side of caution and done me all-in bet that I had on Tuesday, but it's the breaks. We'll get it back tonight.
Yeah. Crimea River. The man makes a lot of money on the punt. Bye for now. He's a very nice horse, so
just ride him where he's comfortable. Yeah, I think Davenig's from 3 probably looks to go along with you. I don't know if you cross it or you're outside it, but just jump, squeeze, travel. Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
How do you see it?
I agree with Gavin. I think he'll be hell-bent on leading. It's leading.
And it's probably similar to us. It's unknown at the trip.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be cutting necks either, you know. Like the way he raced the other day, he went nice and kind. He has to lead. He just needs to be in a rhythm. Like you don't want to be coming back, but
we don't want to be. Even if he's just, we don't want him pulling against him. Because he'll probably run out of there doing that.
Yeah.
He wants to be going in a gallop like he's comfortable, so he can finish.
You do you.
Yeah.
Chris went hard.
What I would do is instead just wait and then take the ice across the valley. The big thing is we can't get 1200, but
Rushes held up, and then Core Concept and Jolton Joe. She's Bulletproof moves up around the outside and went for home. She's Bulletproof, the odds-on favourites clear, 3 or 4 lengths in front of Marwallock. Then came out wider Jolton Joe.
1200 out. Got Dicko Owners Red Jersey on the second horse the whole way, but said he needs to probably go to something weaker and back to a 1,000. But he's really good fresh, and in every preparation he's full taping off. So I think he needs wet ground. The way he pulls up after every run indicates he's going to put it down. I'll just stick the pull up now, give him a good break till after Christmas.
and our plan was to run tonight and spell anyway. So we had a crack at 1200.
Yeah.
It was a perfect scenario. We had a crack at 1200 after doing a great job this prep with a cheap horse, job done. We learnt probably 12 not our go, and we'll spell him. Gav will get him from the very start though, and who knows what will happen next prep. Yeah, I think that's important. Right, tonight's disappointing as shit, sucks, but his other 2 performances have been full of merit and really, really good with great SPs. Just done the review for Marshall Music. He pulled up with EIPH, which is it's a setback for a horse that often explains a failure, which is what he did on Friday night, and I think I might have right now. He's still been a good horse for us. We paid 35 for him. He's won 28,000 so far. He'll be put away. He was always going to go for a spell after Friday night anyway. And he'll come back, and keep an eye on him when he comes back fresh, first and second ups when he's deadly. And we'll build his preparation around that next time. So, yeah, he also ran into a really hot race. They covered the 1200 there on an irrigated good 4 as fast as Barraquel covered the 1200 on Saturday on a good 3. So, you know, you run to a benchmark 80 that runs blistering time every now and again. It's not a setback that really affected us because we were below par. But yeah, that's Marshall Music. That was Friday night at the Valley, and onwards and upwards. Bye for now.